Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this panel where we shall discuss how the spa affect hotel attendants in the future and adaptability to the local market. My name is Vladi Kovanik. I am the creator and organizer of VK organization and the Forum Hot Spa in Paris. I am wellness expert and I collaborate with the best specialists international in the sector of wellness to provide the latest information for those who seek solution for their spa. With more than 20 years of experience in the field of health and wellness and my international network, I focus in my work to three main areas: consulting in the spa industry, organization of networking platforms in Europe, and organization of luxury spa and medical wellness forum. I am delighted to moderate this session today, which takes for me on whole new meanings as the hospitality industry takes in a new direction. In this episode, you will get the new ideas for the future trends in the spa industry, and our experts open you the door how to expand and improve the bridge between hotel occupancy, spa, and clients. To really get the bottom of these topics, we have called up an international panel of specialists. I am very pleased and very honored to welcome today Madame Danielle de Winter, Danielle Winter Cosmetics from Monaco, Alberto Apostoli, architect, Studio Apostoli in Italy, and Mr. Emlyn Brown, Global Vice President, Wellbeing Luxury Premium Brands Accor. Hello, Danielle.
Hello, Vladi.
You are welcome to this session. You are pioneer in the concept, specialist in a spa cosmetics, inside and outside beauty. I would like to ask you, what is the area that Danielle Winter Cosmetics are specialized in?
Thank you, Vladi. Well, I grew up in a very medical environment. My father was a pioneering cancer specialist who was one of the first in Europe to focus on cancer prevention through lifestyle change. So I have been bathed in holistic, organic, inside out wellness since I was that big. So Danielle de Winter Monaco is specialized in helping our clients improve their well-being themselves naturally through learning how to eat a clean diet, above all how to detox environmental toxins, and how to use very pure organic skincare to optimize the beauty of their skin. And we call the system Inside Out Beauty, because what's exciting is that the products that work from outside actually act in synergy with the ingredients we supply the body with from within. So 1 + 1 is more than 2.
Thank you very much. Alberto, hello. You are a very famous Italian architect for spa and wellness luxury center with a very specific vision of next future. I would like to ask you, what are the demands and needs of the people who travel for work, and which of those who travel for pleasure? And what do you mean? How the spa can be conceived to help the hotel occupancy respond to these questions? What can you tell us?
Okay, you know, travel is one of the most ancient desire of human being, and is always being separated from, in the recent years, from business traveler and leisure traveler. And I have to say that in recent months, probably not because of the COVID, but in general, spa industry, having a kind of, overlapping between the two clients. So let me say that business client or business traveler and leisure traveler is not so are not so separated. So business traveler want to find more wellness, for instance, inside the street hotel, in the street, or maybe to find some place in which to think and work together in a different way. At the same time, I would say that the leisure traveler want to find a place in which it's possible to not only relaxing, but also to meditate, to think, and to rebalance. And probably another of the most important aspect is that even the leisure client are willing to find not so social spa. So they prefer to have intimate small spaces. This is not only because of the COVID, as I said, but it's also a request due to a more intimate approach to wellness. We are facing from a very body wellness approach to a very mental and now to a very spiritual way. So even the leisure client want to find places in which it's possible to treat body, but at the same time spirit. So the future of the spa in the hotel industry is something more, is something not so defined, but more spread in the entire facility.
Thank you very much. Emlyn, hello, bonjour. You are the Global Vice President and Wellbeing Luxury of Premium Brands of Accor. And I think that the DNA of the hotel brand change. I would like to ask you, what role does wellness play within luxury hospitality? What do you think?
Well, I think it plays an absolutely vital role. It's a role that our hotel GMs and our senior management are respecting and understanding to a greater degree every day. I mean, recently we just saw that the Capella Group, for example, their CEO came out in Spa Business and announced and said, 20 to 30% of his bookings coming into the Capella resorts were driven by wellness and well-being. The idea at Accor, we also understand and appreciate, let's call it the significant aspirational factor that wellness can play in attracting guests to both resort and also city locations. I think in this sort of post-COVID landscape, that aspiration for well-being and the attractiveness of it within a resort location will only accelerate. And the need for our hotels to deliver, particularly the luxury end and luxury scale of the network, to deliver authentic, strong, embedded, holistic well-being experience for our guests that touch on not only spa, but nutritional elements, fitness, outdoor experiences, meditational experiences, is absolutely going to accelerate and continue to accelerate. Now, our luxury brands appreciate that. We understand that. We recently launched our revised program for design and well-being for our Raffles brand, which is basically all about holistic design, emotional well-being, and a whole program called Second Nature. We have a more dynamic program for our Pullman guests that are business travelers around fitness and exercise called Pullman Power Fit, which is definitely accelerating going into next year. And naturally, other brands like Swissôtel, which has got its wonderful Swiss organic vitality program that runs throughout the DNA of the brands. 7 out of 10 of our luxury premium brands actually have wellness or well-being in some form as a brand pillar. So one of the 4 things that are really important to them is well-being. And that gives you a bit of an insight into not only the industry changes happening from wellness, but also how important we believe within Accor that role has to play from our guest experience, but also attracting and putting heads on beds.
Thank you. Danielle, I think that the past 2 years change our client behavior. What do you think with your point of view?
Thank you, Vladi. That is a very interesting question. In my experience, people have become more aware in the last 2 years how potentially toxic our environment is, and the understanding that we live in an osmotic relationship with our environment. So if there are toxins around us, they will inevitably, to a degree, be absorbed into us, has grown a lot. Therefore, people are also more aware of the importance of learning how to detox and learning how to naturally
Yes.
improve their own immunity. For example, now many have, breathing conditions, many have lung conditions, some are linked to environmental toxicity, maybe to viruses, certainly to the increasing level of electromagnetic exposure, 3G, 4G, 5G, that is around us. And spa guests and beauty clients in our industry, because we at Daniel de Winter are health and beauty, want to learn, they want to educate themselves how they can sleep better, improve their memory, improve their relaxation, nourish their spirituality, all the things that the other panel members have mentioned as well, that nurture the inner person's resilience to be pure and strong in a relatively toxic world. So we at Daniel de Winter have been providing new products, new trainings, and new mini services to help them do that.
Oh, it is very, very interesting. Thank you very much. But we need the architect for this. Alberto, which element must spa have to satisfy these luxury international clients, and how to adapt this view to local market?
Okay, this is a very tough question because it's easy to understand that globalization has created many opportunities to create global brands, global vision of the world. But at the same time, we faced a strong negative standardization sometimes. That's because I think that we must have some 3 main points to export everywhere and 3 main points to maintain locally. I will explain. The 3 points to maintain internationally and to promote internationally are absolutely sustainability. There's no chance to create a good spa today without a really sustainable approach to design. And this is absolutely a must today. The second aspect is that customers want to enhance and to get the best from the single cultural and traditions locally. So every kind of client expects a really understanding of the local culture and really the treatment based on local culture. It makes no sense if I travel here and I travel in Italy or I travel in Japan and I find the same treatments. Make no sense. And the client wants it. So the enhancement of the traditional and innovative cultural heritage. And the third factor is that they want effective treatment, internationally talking. For me, it doesn't matter if you are here or if you are in Siberia or if you are in Alaska. I want really effectiveness on my treatment. So I want really effective cosmetics, really effective treatment. I want to see result. This is an international trend. But locally, on the other hand, locally, we must say that we need to understand a little bit more locally the different staff habits and behavior. You know, managing Asian staff is not like managing European staff. The attitude is different. The sensibility through the client is completely different. So probably we need to be very local in the treatment of our staff. And the second element is also the problem of use construction technology locally. It makes no sense to build the same hotel here and the same hotel there. You need to study and understand what is the tradition, because every place in the world has its own tradition, and we need to focus on that. And the third element to understand better locally is absolutely the climate. It's a very technical aspect, but it makes no sense to heat and cool in the same way two different hotels or spa if you are in Dubai or if you are in Norway. So technically talking, we need to understand a little bit more about the climate and the climate changes, because it's part of sustainability world, but we need our commitments also in managing these aspects. It's not a small part, it's a big part, and has to be developed locally.
Yes, you are completely 100% right. But I would like to ask Emlyn, we are business people. In your opinion, what is the commercial future of the luxury and hotel spas? What do you think?
Well, I think you split that firstly down into resort locations and city locations. And I think from a resort location perspective, the opportunity to expand into more holistic well-being, to ensure you've got a 360-degree approach to a guest's journey from a wellness perspective, via restaurant nutrition, via outdoor programming, via yoga, meditation, holistic programs, via effective spa treatments, local spa treatments, is absolutely there and will only continue to blossom and bloom. And a number of locations that have previously maybe treated their spa in a resort location like an amenity are bringing it now really front and center, right? And using wellness and well-being to attract guests, to bring guests to their resorts. We're seeing that the leisure market is going to bounce back and rebound much quicker than our business traveler market. We all fully understand that. I believe we're going to move into a thing where people will travel differently. They'll do, well, I'm going to try and call it slow travel, like slow food in Italy, but they're going to take more time. They're going to spend maybe more money on a longer trip and a journey. It's going to have more impact on their spiritual soul and their experiences. We've been consuming travel like fast food for the last 20, 25 years. That's going to change. And so the chance to spend more time in a resort and have more impact on your guests and invest more time in yourself is definitely there, and wellness plays a massive role in that. On the city side and locations, I'll probably see a few more challenges. Again, facilities that have sometimes been overbuilt, not correctly programmed in terms of treatment size, rooms, or number of facilities, need to flip the switch from thinking about internal guest capture to really playing a vital role in the local market and being essentially a day spa. And that means opportunity, because our facilities and our operations at a high level of service delivery, we can charge good yield, good rates, etc. But at the same time, we now start competing on a different landscape, because previously we were thinking about hotel guests coming into our property, now we're actually competing with a day spa market, which is hyper competitive, right? So pricing will change, sales and marketing must accelerate, social media and Instagram use will need to be absolutely to the fore. The hotels need to place a much greater premium on the sales and marketing process for that business. But the great thing is the opportunity is there, because the pent-up demand for wellness and well-being spa experiences, and even things like pampering right now, is so high that we can definitely capitalize on that. But I think it needs a much more commercial approach from individual hotels, and a much more specific focus on sales and marketing, particularly social media, to draw in those guests and keep those guests as repeat customers. I think lastly, the opportunity for city hotels is also probably on the retail side, where, you know, historically our hotel spas have performed okay, but nowhere near to the level of our retail, you know, market. And that's a great opportunity, again, to drive additional revenues and yields coming into our businesses. So two different splits, two different markets, challenges on some sides and opportunities on the other. But certainly I believe in this landscape, the spa can play a really central role in both those types of businesses to attract guests.
Going back to Danielle. Danielle, now we discussed completely new way to the hospitality industry. What is, from your opinion, which new spa products and services you believe there will be the great demand of the clients in the future?
I think there has been a real shift in demand by our clients in the last 2 years, Vladi. I think just anti-aging and having perfect skin is not enough anymore. People are, first of all, terribly keen to do their bit for the environment. So sustainable organic products are very in demand. But there's a whole new awareness out there that, yes, I need cream to protect myself from the sun, but is there a cream that can protect me from too much electromagnetic pollution? So we're producing new creams that can do that. Is there a treatment we can do to help you sleep better? Is there a treatment we can do to help you think better, to support the drainage from your brain so your brain actually functions faster? Because our business travelers, this is what they want. They want to be really successful, awake, but to sleep really well. So our new portfolio of wellness products is focused both on brain performance, it's focused on helping business travelers and spa guests to sleep better and to wake up feeling energized, and really to leave their spa or leave the hotel spa not just looking better, but really feeling better from the inside out. So we've upped the level of medical, it's not medical, it's holistic, performance that we provide our guests to truly allow them to feel they're getting major value for money when they go to a spa, because they really feel better.
I absolutely agree with you. It's a tremendous idea, but we need also the architecture. Alberto, I would like to ask you the last question. What is the contribution that your company can make to the success of the spa? What do you think?
Yeah, it's well, I don't want to talk just for my side. I think all the specialized design firms specialized in spa and wellness is the same. What we can put on the table is our experience from not only from the design point of view, because a beauty spa is just a beauty spa. It doesn't make, it could be not successful even if it's very beautiful. What is made the difference, or maybe what should make the difference, is the capacity of design studio specializing in wellness is to understanding the best trend in the market, as Daniel said, or maybe from what Emil says, and try to combine the design with the market request and with a strong marketing oriented approach. I mean, spa is something to sell. So it's something to sell a thing. You need to create a beautiful thing, but you need to create a thing that is easy to manage and easy to promote. And there's a logic for this. I mean, it's like when you design a sport car, just to make an example, it's not just the shape of the car. You need to know the engine, the ergonomics of the car, the travel guide habits of the driver. You need to understand a lot of things. So I think that my effort, or the effort that can make every specialized design studio in spa project, is the overview vision from A to Z, and transform all the requests and all the marketing key points into design, into project, into real thing. This could be a good challenge because it's not easy. Sometimes architects tend to talk to ourselves, okay? Talk to other architects. But the real wellness designer, it's a kind of a mission, okay? Let me say mission. It's the will to create the project to create a real wellness for people. So it's a very ethical approach to design. It's not only creating wow, it's creating something that really is effective on body, mind, and soul of our clients.
You are absolutely right. And I hope with our today's session, I can welcome you all the three really in reality, and we can drink a champagne and we can see each other in reality. Thank you very, very much for your help, for your presence. I wish you a very nice day and hope to see you next. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Vladi.
Thank you, Vladi. Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.